Okay, so we're live. Can you see my screen nicely? And can you hear me nicely? Right, let's quickly go through this, and we're going to do several questions from checkpoint past papers, okay? Uh, um, we know that for the next, I don't know, few months, the next 5 months, everything that I'm going to be training you is from past papers, and you're going to be, until you're experienced. I need you to be good at solving questions in exams. Okay, not just textbook questions, but exam questions. And we have a lot of past papers. We have 16 past papers for each subject. At least 16 that we're going to be covering. So that's a lot, right? Thoroughly. Like when we say covering thoroughly, it's like we're going to be doing questions from that topic from all 16. Do you hear me? Vic, are you hearing me as well? Yes. Make sure you're responding, guys. Right. Here's the thing. So this is a Cambridge lower secondary paper. And when is it from? Tell me. Look. When is this from? Last year, 2025, right? Yes, we can actually have up to 32 papers. We'll see how many papers I'll cover with you guys. But we will cover as many as we can. Can you see this is from last year? Okay, good. Let's see what I want you to see. We're going to be covering every single thing in this paper until you're able to go through this paper first, answering correctly, not just going fast answering wrong things. I don't like wrong things. So what I want you to understand is there is a chapter in your Cambridge lower secondary checkpoint science, which is the opening one that I need all of you to be good at. So we're going to be moving fast. So the first chapter, which you all need to be good at, is called photosynthesis, carbon cycle, and climate change. Are we together? This is for the biology part of checkpoint science. We know that checkpoint science is biology part, physics part, chemistry part. So here it is. Are you seeing? For chemistry part, we know what we're doing. We are doing group trends. And we want to solve questions like these ones here. Like these ones that ask about ionic bonding, blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about it during the lesson. But here, what we first want to do is this one: photosynthesis, carbon cycle, and climate change. And I want to show you that it comes all the time. Here is a question on photosynthesis. Plants make their own food by photosynthesis. Name the structure inside where photosynthesis takes place. Complete the word equation for photosynthesis. Then they start to give you these light intensity, oxygen produced, and they start to ask you some questions. And no, here they just asked you, which was a very simple question, to be honest. Even this one, which said calculate the rate of oxygen produced. We'll talk about it. But a question on photosynthesis can come in any way. So we want to make sure we're good at those things, and then we'll come and answer the question. Then it's this question. When you get to the paper, they won't tell you. Can you unmute, please, so we can talk? They won't tell you which chapter your question is coming from. They will just ask you. So I want you to be good at. I want you to know how to answer a question in the exam. You always ask yourself, which topic is this? And then you answer according to what you know from that topic, what we would have talked about. Why are you muted? Unmute, please, boys. Hello? 80? Thank you. What did I say? Are you listening to me? What did I say? What did I just say? How do you answer a question in the exam? What is the first thing you always ask yourself? Which topic is this? Okay? You don't just answer randomly. There are rules to things, people. There are rules to questions, boys. Okay? In the lesson I've just finished, I've been saying the same thing. One thing which I don't want is to see you write what we didn't say. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. You have to write what we said. And the only way to write what we said is you ask yourself, which topic is this? And then you say, what did we say about the topic? So here we have photosynthesis. We're going to agree on things. And when you answer this, you have to answer it exactly the way we talked about it. I don't want to see wild answers. Here is the carbon cycle. So they come together. They can ask you in the same paper, photosynthesis, then they'll ask you about carbon cycle, then they'll ask you about climate change. So you gotta be ready. Here's the carbon cycle. And they've given you, then they'll ask whatever questions they want to ask. We don't have a problem with that. Even in that other paper that I showed you, carbon cycle is also there, you know. Here are examples. Carbon cycle is also there in this one. In this paper. For your checkpoint. Look at the diagram of the carbon cycle. Then they ask, name process A. Then they ask, write down the name of process B. Then they ask, write down one similarity between combustion and decomposition. Blah, 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 blah. Can you see? Describe two effects of what? Hello? Describe two effects of what here? Climate change. Oh, climate change. Sir, this is a different topic. Are we still in the same topic? 80, do you agree with what Vicky saying? What? Climate change is not the same topic as carbon cycle. What did I say the name of the topic is? So is climate change part of the same topic? So where did you get that it's not? Guesswork, guesswork, guesswork. You better stop guessing. You better stop guessing. Say what we have said. Right. Let's get to work. Write it. Let's move. I'll be moving extremely fast. So I want you to say 12th May. I'll be moving extremely fast and we answer a lot of questions. So can you move with me? 12th May 2026. Photosynthesis, carbon cycle, and climate change. The moment the lesson finishes, you have to submit my notes. I won't extend the deadline. I'll give you like 10 minutes to submit it. Neat. I want them neat, exactly the way I'm writing them. Photosynthesis, carbon cycle, and climate change. Let's go. We need to answer. I don't want us to waste time. We do not have time. I don't want us to waste time on one thing because we've got a lot. We've got an entire paper. So many things. So when we do something, we better move on, boys. So I want you to pay attention and you respond quickly and we move. Are you ready? Right. We have two big ideas here. We have photosynthesis, which if you can write small, you write in small to say how plants make food. Okay? How plants make food. To synthesize is to manufacture. And photo means light. So when we say photosynthesis, we say using light to manufacture. What? Food. Okay? Then the carbon cycle is just how carbon moves. How carbon moves between the air, the plants, animals, decomposers, and fossil fuels. How carbon moves between these things. Air, plants, animals, decomposers, fossil fuels. Then you talk about climate change. Okay? Climate change is because when you burn the fossil fuels, you're going to release extra carbon dioxide. Okay? So it talks about carbon dioxide being released in the atmosphere, into the atmosphere, from burning fossil fuels and causing climate change. So just talk about it. Have you seen the three things you got to talk about? Okay, let's get to it. So can you start part number 1? We have 3 parts. Part 1, photosynthesis. What is to synthesize? What is to synthesize? To synthesize is to manufacture. Okay? Are you listening? To synthesize is to manufacture, and photo means light. So obviously, photosynthesis is when you are manufacturing something. In this case, you're manufacturing food using light. Photo, light. Synthesis, manufacture. Or to make something, or to bring something together. So let's quickly write. Photosynthesis. You cannot forget this. I've taught you how to remember. I said, look at the word. Photo is light. Synthesis is manufacture. So we are using light. Okay, we are using light energy. And we are manufacturing food. So photosynthesis, it's not us human beings, it's green plants that do it. So photosynthesis is the process by which green plants make food using light energy. Write this. This is photosynthesis. Okay? The process by which green plants make food. They manufacture. So something has to be manufactured. Food using light. That's why it's photo. Okay? Did you see that? Now write the next. Plants need 3 main things, we call them raw materials, for photosynthesis. Plants need 3 main things for photosynthesis. 1, water. And I want you to write, plants get water through the roots. Through the roots. When you get older, you're going to learn about different types of plants. Plants that we call hydrophytes, those that we call xerophytes, and we see how the roots are different for them to be able to get water. We'll see that when you get older, when you do IGCSE, okay? It's one of the big topics called variation and selection. But for now, I want you to know photosynthesis needs 3 main things. 3. 1, photosynthesis needs water. I hope I'm not talking to myself here. Number 2, it needs carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, okay? Photosynthesis needs it. It needs carbon dioxide. And it gets it from the air. You always need, because when they ask you the things that the plant needs for photosynthesis, they may also ask you where it gets the stuff from. So plants get carbon dioxide or CO2 from the air. But water is through the roots, from the soil, underground. Then the third thing that plants need is sunlight. Plants, or let's say they don't say sunlight, but say light energies. I'd rather have you say light energy. And we say plants get light energy from sunlight. In other words, from the light, from the sun. And I want you to write below to say, the plant then uses these 3 to make glucose and oxygen. The plant uses these 3 to make 2 important things: glucose and oxygen. Glucose is the food. So you have to know with carbon dioxide, light energy, water. Without water, you cannot do photosynthesis, my friend. And you talk about glucose and oxygen. You have to know. So now, you write it as a word equation. Word equation for photosynthesis. Easiest thing ever. In the word equation, you don't put light energy as a raw material, okay? Although it's necessary, but it's not a raw material. You don't put it as a raw material. So the word equation for photosynthesis will be water plus carbon dioxide. They ask the word equation, so please make sure you've seen water plus carbon dioxide to produce glucose plus oxygen. To produce glucose plus oxygen. Are you seeing it? Right. So when we say plants make food, we mean this glucose here that has been produced here. Okay? Now, let's write about them. Let's write about the products. Glucose. Want to know more about these products? You right? Glucose is a sugar. It is the food made by the plant during photosynthesis. Glucose is the food that the plant makes during photosynthesis. Plants use glucose for several things. One, for energy. Plants use glucose for energy. Number two, for growth. To grow. Okay? Then here you can say for production of other carbohydrates. It can be converted to other forms. Then stored as starch for food. Okay? Are we together? Write this. Right. The second and final thing produced is oxygen. Now let me write a bit about it. Oxygen is a gas and it is produced by photosynthesis. Then you can say oxygen is released from the leaves into the air by photosynthesizing plants. Then you write the oxygen produced or released, whatever, is needed by animals and plants for respiration. Oxygen is called a waste product of photosynthesis. Because the plant does not need all of it. It doesn't need all the oxygen it produces. So it releases it into the air. So let me say, so releases it. Right, have you seen? So because we've talked about this glucose and this oxygen, you will be asked about why photosynthesis is important. So you must know why photosynthesis is important. Because of the two things it produces. Let's quickly put that. Why photosynthesis is important. Vic, are you writing? Photosynthesis is important for two main reasons. For two main reasons. Photosynthesis is important because of two main reasons. Number one, it provides food and energy for living organisms. Number two, so it provides food and energy for living organisms. Okay? Then you can say it provides oxygen for the atmosphere. Okay? Okay? So if it provides food and energy for a living organism, what is the other way you can say this? It supports food chains, okay? This is the other way. Okay? You can write it to say here, it supports food chains. Okay? Have you seen it? Mhm. Photosynthesis is important because it gives energy in the food and it gives the food. So it gives food and energy. Okay? If you want to go more on it, to say providing food and energy, you can write plants use sunlight to make glucose. The energy from the sun is stored as chemical energy. In glucose, the energy from the sun is stored as chemical energy. So you can say here, the sun gives the light energy through sunlight. The plant captures it and the glucose stores it. Okay? Have you seen it? Are we together, Abbotly? Okay. And then also, we are still on 1 year. In providing food and energy. Right. So here it is light energy from the sun. Then now you are going to have chemical energy in glucose. Then now you can say also the second part, this is the A, the energy. Then the B, you can now write to say most food chains most food chains begin with plants. Okay? Example, sun goes to grass, which is a plant. Then from grass we get rabbits. Then from rabbit we get fox. Okay? Here we have our food chain. So, if you write here, you'll be saying, in the example, the sun captures the energy from sunlight. Here, the sun captures the energy from the sunlight. Through photosynthesis. The rabbit gets the energy by eating the grass. The fox gets energy by eating the rabbit. This is easy. But what I want you to see is the important stage is the grass. It captures the energy from sunlight. Yes. Oh, the grass, yes. The grass. It's the grass that does that. Yes. It's not the sun, it's the grass. Well done. Have you seen then? So this first reason why photosynthesis is important is valid. Why is photosynthesis important? It produces food, it provides food and energy. How does it provide food? I just gave you how it does it. It provides glucose, or it is the first step of your food chain. Are we together? Yes. Because it would have stored it. Then it provides. It is the first step in the thing. Are we together? Now let's put the last part. Before we go and we talk about some parts that are needed for photosynthesis, but here, let's do the last part. And then we'll talk about an important experiment that you should know for your checkpoint. The second thing, we said it provides oxygen, right? In the first, we said it provides food and energy for living organisms. It stores the food, it stores the energy, and then it provides itself to be the first step in the food chain. Now, if we go to the second step, where it is now providing not food, not oxygen, not energy, but oxygen. So let's write it to say the second. Photosynthesis provides oxygen. You're now right. Photosynthesis produces oxygen. This oxygen is released into the atmosphere. Animals and plants need oxygen for respiration. Okay? And say now, about 20% of the air is oxygen. About 20% of the air is oxygen. All right, so let's put a summary table. Summary table for the first part of photosynthesis. For first part of photosynthesis. Let's put the summary table. And I'm going to summarize what we've just been doing by putting a question and an answer, a question and an answer. Are you hearing me? If they ask you, what is photosynthesis? You reply, the process by which plants make food. Okay? Using light energy. Are you seeing? What are the reactants or raw materials? Do we talk about light energy? No. Although it is needed for photosynthesis, it's not a raw material. What are the reactants? The reactants are water and carbon dioxide. What are the products then? What are the products? Glucose and write with me, glucose and oxygen. What is glucose? It is a sugar. It is a sugar made by plants. Then last question that you can be asked. Why is photosynthesis important? And your answer is it provides food, energy, and oxygen. Are we together? Good. Don't write your own answer. I don't want to see it. It provides food, energy, and oxygen. I've told you what to write. If they ask you, why is photosynthesis important? Why is photosynthesis important? That's the reason. Because it provides food, energy, and oxygen. And I already talked about it. So are we fine with the first part? These definitions, the word equations, why photosynthesis is important. Are we fine? Vic, are we fine? Okay. Now we need to do the second part. So we'll kind of underline the first part. Part 2. We're still on photosynthesis. Maybe let me just write it as one part. Photosynthesis should be everything to do with photosynthesis is in one part. So just keep 2 lines and say chloroplasts and chlorophyll. Are you ready? Give me 1 second. Need to check some. One of my doors. Right. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Vic? Let's continue. Let's continue. Chloroplast, chlorophyll. We need to finish. We need to finish. Each day we do something each day. And we finish. Let's go. So we are saying we are now at chlorophyll and chloroplast. Then I'll tell you why we need to know about chloroplast. Okay? Are you ready? Hello? Okay. Right here to say. Not all plant cells have chloroplasts. Say only plant cells with chloroplasts can photosynthesize. Only plant cells with chloroplasts can photosynthesize. Not all of them have. Okay? Are we together? Not all plant cells. In other words, not all parts. Okay? Are you listening? Vic, AT? Not all parts of the plant photosynthesize. Only parts of the plant with chloroplast. Only parts of the plant cells or of the plant with chloroplasts can photosynthesize. So now let's start. Leaf. Plant part. Chloroplast. Then you say photosynthesize well. Plant part. Here. Leaf. 2. Root. 3. The stem. Does the leaf have chloroplasts? Many. Does the root have chloroplasts? None, usually. Does the stem have chloroplasts? Some. Some of them. Does the leaf photosynthesize? Well then, yes. Does the root photosynthesize well? No. Does the stem photosynthesize well? Sometimes. but it's mostly the leaves. Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Okay. Can we continue? Therefore, leaves are the main site of leaves are the main site of photosynthesis. And this is because leaves, or you can say leaf cells, contain many chloroplasts. Are we together? Can we continue? Why is the chloroplast this important then? Why? Why is it this important? We want to know why is it this important. To say parts of the plant that have chloroplasts do photosynthesis. Parts of the plant that don't have chloroplasts don't do photosynthesis. Why? Where is this correlation coming from? Where is this relationship coming from? How are they so related? This is because, right here now, right here, photosynthesis happens inside photosynthesis happens inside chloroplasts. Do you hear me? This is because chlorophyll is found inside the chloroplasts. So, chloroplast this is the site where photosynthesis happens. Inside leaves, right? Right? Yes. Chlorophyll absorb, say chlorophyll absorbs light energy. Let's talk about it then. Let's talk about this chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, what is the importance of chlorophyll that is found inside chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a green pigment found in plant cells. Chlorophyll is a green pigment found in plant cells. Its job, it's a green pigment. Green don't forget, not yellow, green. Are we together? Hello? Atlet, what color is chlorophyll? Thank you. It's a green pigment. Found where? It's found in, thank you. It's found inside the plant cell. Or let me say, it is found inside chloroplasts. Okay? It's found inside plant cells. So here we can move on. Found inside chloroplast. I'll write it in yellow, in red. Its job, so let's say it's a green pigment found in plant cells in chloroplasts. In chloroplasts. Its job is to absorb light energy. It absorbs light energy from the sun. Okay? So the light energy absorbed by chlorophyll, two L's, remember, is used to make the water and carbon dioxide react together. Right? Are we fine on this one? Students? You understand? Okay, so what is the importance of the chloroplast? What is the importance of the chloroplast? What is the importance of the chloroplast? Yes, it is the site where photosynthesis happens. Should I draw a cell for you? Plant cell. Plant cell in a leaf. Right. Let's do. Let's put it like this. Let's just draw quickly the plant cell. Yes, I can hold on. Be quick. Let's go. Let me hold on. Well done. Right, so we are drawing our thing. Everybody, we are drawing our. This is a plant cell inside a leaf. If you go inside a leaf, we want to see these that have these plant cells that have chloroplasts in them. So we are going into the leaf to see the plant cell. What is just important? What I want you to know is that this is obviously the cell wall because we are in a plant cell. So the cells everywhere in a plant, whether it's in the stem or in the roots or whatever, those cells have a cell wall. Now here we come. And now do it like this. Like this. So this cytoplasm, this is a vacuole, and guess what? The cell wall is the outside. Then this is the cell membrane. Okay. The outside one is the cell wall. Then here, this is the chloroplast containing chlorophyll. Are you seeing? Yes. So what I want you to see is that you have so many chloroplasts. So many chloroplasts. So that is why the leaf is green. The leaf is green. It is going to do photosynthesis in all these chloroplasts. Okay? Are we together? Okay. Right. Are we together? Are you all seeing? Good. Right. Now let's continue. So I think you've seen something important, which is in the second section here that we've been doing. What was important that I needed all of you to know is that number one, not all parts of the plant photosynthesize. Okay? We've seen that only the structures that have chloroplast um, do photosynthesis. Okay? Are we together? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let me put it. Let me put a. This is important. You can make this like a table to say. Yes. Pardon? Let me go here. No, this is the nucleus. Say nucleus, okay? Say nucleus there. Okay? Have you done it? Okay. Right. Last part. Last thing now on photosynthesis. Okay. Storage of extra glucose as starch. Okay? On warm, sunny days, plants make more glucose than they need at the present time. Than they need at the time. So, right to say, the extra glucose is changed into starch and stored. Is changed into starch and stored. Are we together? Plants store this extra glucose as starch so they can use it later. For example, at night, during cloudy weather, when there is less sunlight. So, 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 the way to check if a leaf has been photosynthesizing is to test it for starch. Okay? The way to check if a leaf has been photosynthesizing is to test it for starch. Starch in a leaf is evidence that photosynthesis has taken place. Are we together? So you want to know that photosynthesis is happening? Check if the leaf has starch. Okay? Are we all together? Right. Now let's go. Leaf structures and functions. Now let's go. Let's draw the leaf. You want to see what the leaf looks like? Let's say you take a leaf, right? Are you seeing? If you take a leaf and cut it like this, then you look from the side. Can you see? Huh? So if the leaf is cut across and you look at the cut edge, which is here, you look after cutting, the diagram below shows what you see. We want to see what happens when you cut a leaf and you look across it, right? Right, with a like a microscope, something that can make you see. Are we together? Good. You're going to see nice parts you're going to see you're going to see something like this. Let me do it. Are you saying? Have you drawn this? Are you drawing, guys? Then you get to the last part. Right. So this is called upper epidermis. This is called palisade mesophyll layer. This thing at the top is called the waxy cuticle. This is the spongy mesophyll layer. Okay. Then this is lower epidermis. So easy, right? Then this opening is called stoma. Okay? Have you seen? Are you seeing, guys? So we can put right. Palisade layer, most of the photosynthesis. Right. Can you see this? Mm-hmm. Here, I want you to say here, small amount of photosynthesis. Can you see? Right. So the leaf has 4 layers, right? The top is called upper epidermis. Okay? This first layer. This layer here. Upper epidermis. Then the lower one here, the lowest, is called the lower epidermis. Do you see it? Then we have the palisade mesophyll layer. Then we have the spongy mesophyll. The spongy mesophyll, you know it because it has lots of air spaces here. These free spaces here. Lots of air spaces. Are you seeing? Are you seeing, students? Have you seen this? Have you seen this, guys? Okay. What I want you to know is that this is the vein. This is the vein. Right. This layer called waxy cuticle is found only at the top. Are we together, Abatle? This is important. Right. Are we together? Students? Okay. Good. Right. I needed you to know this. This is the most important thing. I needed you to know the diagram of the leaf. Okay? Mhm. Right. Now, just right here to say, can you see all these chloroplasts, these green ones? Hmm? Guys, have you seen this? Okay. Chloroplasts also need plenty of water and carbon dioxide because they are used in photosynthesis. Are you seeing, students? Right, there we go. Right here to say chloroplasts need plenty of water. Okay? Water is brought into the cells in the leaf along the veins. Chloroplasts are mostly, as you can see, inside the cells that are in the middle layers of the leaf. Palisade, mesophyll, and spongy mesophyll. Are we together, Atle? Palisade mesophyll and spongy mesophyll. This is where you are going to find the chloroplasts. Okay, tell people that, Atle. At, there is nothing green in the upper epidermis or in the lower epidermis. Oh man, are you telling me? Yes. So the chloroplasts are found in the spongy palisade and spongy, yes. Mostly in the palisade mesophyll, yes. How does the sun get there? How does the sun get there? It's because the leaves are very thin. So, it is easy for sunlight to reach these news, to read these cells. Are we together? Right. Water is brought into the leaf along the veins. For carbon dioxide, I want you to say, water is brought in along the veins. Carbon dioxide. Let's talk about it. Carbon dioxide diffuses into the leaf from the air. There are tiny holes in the leaf called stomata. Stoma if one. When it's one, it's called stoma. Then, when there are many, we call them stomata. Which allow gases to diffuse in and out. Are we together? Are we together? So here, gaseous exchange happens here. Okay? Are we together, students? Well done. Let me take this call. Right. Guys, are you seeing? Right. Have you seen all this? Okay. This is important. Now you know where photosynthesis happens in the leaf. You will be asked. Make sure you are ready, okay? Are we together? Okay. No? This is good. Now, I want you to know that I'm going to answer questions with you on photosynthesis with this. And then after we do the questions on photosynthesis, we'll talk a little bit about the minerals, some other minerals that plants need. Okay, we'll talk about them. I'll tell you about magnesium and about nitrate and about fertilizers and why they're important to add to this photosynthesis stuff. Okay, because plants need food, but it's not only glucose. So we'll find out more. And then after we do that, we can now talk about the carbon cycle and we'll talk about climate change. Are we together? All right. So first, let me send you a bit of an exercise that I want right now on photosynthesis, and I'm going to mark right away. So can you do my exercise and send it to me, please? Are we together? I'm going to send you the exercise that I want you to do before you can take off for tennis. You send it to me. You cannot hear me. Am I muted? Oh, I don't know what the microphone did then. Let me fix. Can you still hear me? Is it good now, the volume? If the volume ever goes down, please make sure you tell me. Are we together? Okay. So, please, thank you so much. I'm saying I'm going to give you the assignment that I want you to do right now before you go for tennis and give to me. Are we together? Yes, it's going to be like the past paper questions I showed you. Like I always tell you that I love to take from past papers. And you do them, the Cambridge Lower Secondary Checkpoint, then you update me once you're done. Are we together? Thank you. Let's go.